What's up, guys? It's Gio, and welcome back to another episode of our Showdown sessions in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire OU. And this should have been the third episode, but it is the second episode this week because I sat down to record and I hit a stall team, and I was like, you know, I really respect this man's stall team, but I'm not going to make you guys sit through that game. I won because I got a one-turn sleep, which was pretty nice, but I'm currently sitting at like 35 on the ladder, so we're going to try to win this match. And we're still using the same Metagross team just because I find it pretty fun to use, and I'm going to use it for the remainder of this week because, oh god, are you kidding? Are you kidding me right here? Is this a thing that I'm experiencing because I still have my black-white sprites on? I'll turn those off, but we hit full stall. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause this recording because this is pretty ridiculous. This is 2 games in a row. I guess I'll break down team preview for you guys real quick before I pause this video. But looking at his team, he has the Skarm Chansey core, which can be beaten by Landorus. Quagsire loses with prior damage versus Landorus. Heatran loses to Landorus. I need to weaken Mega Sableye with probably my Gengar, which is probably his win condition. And then I just need to avoid having Landorus being trapped by Gothitelle. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and I'll be back. What's up, guys? It's Gio, and I'm back. And that was a really difficult match, to be honest, because I had a chance to win up until the end. I kind of needed to rely on a roll for, well, I didn't know his spread on Mega Sableye, and so I felt that he was like Crow Sableye, and he wasn't. He was specially defensive, so I wasn't able to take him out with T-Bolt, which resulted in my loss, but you know, I'll take it. That was a very well played match by my opponent, so I'm going to go ahead and grab another match right here, and hopefully we don't hit stall for another time. We're like 31 seconds into this part of the narration. Alright, sweet, it's not stall. It's Mega Lopunny, which is actually kind of annoying for my team to face, just because I hit a Mega Lopunny earlier, and it was a sub power-up punch, and then frustration on high jump kick set. And the problem is that like nothing on my team switches in, and if it sets up a sub as I switch to Thundurus, I can't T-Wave it, and that's usually how I beat a lot of Mega Pokemon, is because I just click T-Wave and stop them from doing their thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and taunt this Pharaoh right here as it tries to set up a Leech Seed, and this is fine because his Defogger looks to be Mew, and if he's a standard Stall Breaker Mew with Defog, then I know I outspeed that by a couple points, which is really nice. He ends up going out in a Lopunny right here, though. I think I'm just going to go straight away for the Brave Bird to get damage on this thing as he goes for a power-up. You can't set up on me. Excuse you? Excuse you? Get out of here. So we're able to knock out that Skarmory, which is pretty nice. Or not knock out the Skarmory. We're able to knock out the Lopunny, which is nice. I'm going to taunt this Mew, though, and stop it from defogging. As it tries to Willow, which is cool, I can just continue to stack some hazards right here. As he ends up going for the knockoff, getting rid of my Mental Herb, but I will be able to get up all my hazards right here. Hopefully I can, okay, this works out perfectly, because I can taunt him, prevent him from defogging right here. And he goes for the knockoff, gets a crit, knocks me out, but it didn't really matter because I did 15% right there. And at this point, I think I go into Bisharp, and I can go ahead and click Pursuit, wear down Mew a little bit, and just get some good damage off on it, to be honest. That switched out. Alright, sweet. He goes into my Lodic, which is cool. I don't really think I need Bisharp for anything, as long as I preserve my Thundurus. I'm just going to go ahead and click Knockoff, get rid of this thing's lefties, as he doesn't end up burning me, which is nice. I can go straight away for the Knockoff again, as I am able to knock him out, and so this looks like just a pretty easy match of me cleaning up. He goes into Mew right here. I'm just going to go ahead and click Knockoff. If he defogs, oh, never mind, I outspeed, so I'm able to knock out his Mew, and I think this is going to be the game, because he doesn't have a whole lot to deal with Thundurus plus Landorus at this point. It beats his entire team unless he's like Scarfed Lando, but even if he's Scarfed Lando, I still think I can checkmate him, which is nice. I'm going to go straight away for the knockoff right here versus Ferrothorn, because it allows me to get rid of its leftovers, or Rocky Helmet, which is also nice. And he ends up going for the Leech Seed right here. I'm going to switch out into my Landorus, because I want to stop. I want to go for the Focus Blast versus this thing and do some damage. He ends up getting up his rocks, which is a pretty good play, and I can just click Focus Blast at this point and knock this thing out. And generally, Focus Blast will knock Ferrothorn out unless it's like AV Ferrothorn, but don't ever run AV Ferrothorn, it's a bad set. We'll see what he decides to go for. Okay, I just end up knocking him out right here, which is pretty cool. And Mark 744 goes out into his own Landorus. I'm going to go ahead and knock this thing off right here, as he ends up revealing the HP Ice, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that just means I go into Thunderous and straight up win the game, because I can click HP Ice right here, and then I can T-Wave his Talonflame and go into my thing to clean up. So, my Metagross. Yeah, sorry, that was a little vague. And even if he's like sub-bulk or a taunt bulk up, I still think I win, and so I end up winning right there. And I'm going to do something extremely unprofessional right now. I'm going to open up my other recording. I didn't go for very long, so how long did that battle take me? That battle took me like 4 minutes. I can go ahead and grab one more. That's just what I wanted to check. So sorry if you guys don't like me pulling up my screen flow during the game. But we have another match versus a Mega Beedrill team with T-Wave support. Also has Greninja, which is super scary. I'm just going to go ahead and lead Scarm, though, because I don't see a whole lot on his team that combats me. He ends up leading Sylveon. Is this like Spec Sylveon or something? I saw an RMT going around with Spec Sylveon, and that certainly could pass as Specs damage. But he just ends up Hyper Voicing again, which is fine. I'm going to go out in a Metagross and go ahead and Mega Evolve and go for the Meteor Mash and knock this Sylveon out as he ends up switching into his Garchomp, but that's not going to save you. Yeah, I do 45%. Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet, so he's that variant, but I don't care. I'm going to click Meteor Mash again, even if he goes into Bisharp. This is going to do a lot of damage. That did 44% on a resisted hit, which is nice. I'm just going to go out in a Gengar right here. Oh, I got Pursuit Trapped. Okay, well that sucks, because that was like the thing that beat his entire squad. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I think right here I'm going to go out into my Bisharp. Actually, no, he may have Low Kick. So I'm going to go out into... What am I going to go out into? Probably Gengar. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp right here as he Sucker Punches. And so then I can burn the Bisharp. And then I think he's going to go for the... Actually, alright, so this is my predicament here. I'll move my mouse off Gengar, so that's not in the way. This is my predicament. I could go for the Focus Blast, predicting him the knockoff. Or I could go for the Will-O-Wisp again, anticipating Sucker Punch. I'm just going to click Focus Blast. Maybe he goes for Pursuit, which would also be nice. If I end up missing Focus Blast and he hits knockoff, then it's going to be like, well, I made the right play, but didn't beat the coin flip, so that kind of stinks. And what do you know? What do you know? That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, but it's okay. I'm just going to go out into Thunderous, because at this point I think I've lost regardless. He goes out into his own Thunderous. As long as I win Speed Ties, I've got a chance. I'm going to click T-Bolt. I lose the first Speed Tie, and he's Life Orb, so he does a lot more damage. But that actually ends up working out for me, because I can take him out. And he goes into Sylveon. I need this for T-Wave. I got to save this. Bisharp actually does some work versus his team. So I'm going to go into Landorus, and Landorus just straight up dies. That's Specs. I'm going to go straight away for the Iron Head right here, though, as he ends up going into Garchomp, which is fine. I'll take a little bit of damage on Bisharp in return for me being able to knock that thing out. He goes into Greninja right here. I'm going to go for the knockoff, as he goes for the Hydro, and doesn't knock me out because I'm Assault Vest. So Assault Vest Bisharp is a cool set, people. I recommend you all try it out if you haven't already, because it's actually pretty cool. He goes into Sylveon. If he's running max speed, I cannot speed him, but he is not. So I think I just will be able to take him out with the Sucker Punch right here. So that's actually a really good game. Even though I got absolutely annihilated by the hacks right there, it's a little bit unfortunate. But, you know, I ended up winning in the end, so it's all good. We're up to 1432, and I think that's where we're going to call off the episode for today. So if you guys did enjoy Tuesday's episode of Pokemon Showdown, ORAS OU, please make sure to leave likes. It really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, make sure to answer today's comment question of the video, which is, which new Mega, actually no, I've asked a lot of questions about the new Megas recently. Which Mega from XY do you think will perform the best in ORAS OU? And with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.